Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to give you guys some pointers if you are new to witchcraft, or even if you've been practicing for a very long time and you have not set up a book of shadows. I'm going to show you guys my book of shadows and how I do it a little bit differently than I've seen most people. You know, a lot of times, especially on the internet, where things look magically different than what they actually are in real life. The book of shadows, it can be intimidating because the only thing you see online is people who have sat there and taken time and beautifully drawn out their book of shadows and have a beautiful table of contents, and everything is just so immaculate and perfect. And I really wish I could be that type of organized witch, to where everything had its place. But I use my book of shadows in a slightly different way. I use it more of like a working book of shadows. So to me, there's like two types of book of shadow. There is the working type, and then there is like the done, aesthetically pleasing, beautifully written, beautifully illustrated book of shadows. And those are two completely different types of books, and they are also two different skill sets, and they are, in my eyes, two different phases of life. So the way let me show you guys my book of shadows first off. Okay, so what I mean by a working book of shadows, this is my old book of shadows that I was using. This is the Peter Popper Press is the name of the book company. And this is The Spirit of Flight by Josephine Wallace, the art. I love the embossing on this journal. It's very heavy, but it's not expensive. You can get these on Amazon for about $15, and they change every season or so. They put new ones on there, and I just bought a beautiful one. Actually, it was called the Tiffany Glass Window one, and it was by far the prettiest one I've ever bought. And so what I mean by book of shadows is like a catch-all. Okay, so as you're reading, as you're getting to know, which types of crafts, like before you can even, because before you can even establish your own belief system, you have to read through everything that is available to you, I think. So that way you have an informed opinion on what you're talking about, rather than just a bias or an opinion with no base of truth. So as you read through all of the stuff that you're going to be reading through, certain things jump out and make sense to you. Certain things that you want to, maybe incorporate into your practice. And that's what I do with my book of shadows is, I look at these as more of rough drafts until I get all of the information that I could possibly need and want. Then at that point, I have this book right here that is a leather journal. It's got, sorry for the light coming in, you guys. I know that's really harsh. It's got a leather strap, and it's got parchment inside. And so I want to eventually, once I get enough information, of course, I'm on my second book of shadows right now. These books take me about 2 years to write in. And it has stuff in it like, so I'll let you guys see a peek in my book of shadows. So here we have New Moon in Capricorn, January 2018. We got all of the sign, like the logos. Oh gosh, this is really terrible light. I'm really sorry. There we go. All of the logos for different planetary systems and the elements and things like that. Dream spells, things about Earth, all the associations with Earth, Air, Fire, Water, Spirit. Different spells that I did. I use it like as a journal for when I do tarot readings for myself. I will write down what cards I pulled, and I'll write down the date and all that stuff, so that way you know, I can look back at it and see if everything was correct. Let me close this window over here so this light isn't, you know, so harsh. Hold on one second. Okay, that's much better. I'm sorry about that. So like when I do tarot readings, I will write down everything so I can then go look back at what I wrote or what I pulled and see if it added up. And that way I can, you know, see the progress in my connection to the source or to divinity or whatever is helping me, guiding me with answers. You can start to notice a pattern in your divination work and all that. And so I've got like just anything, literally anything that I wanted to memorize or that I'm studying. I just put it all in here. Like you can have like little pictures. You can do like the witch's ladder, the not magic I've gotten here, threshold spell, banishing spells. So here's another tarot reading. Different, all of the holidays and how the associations with the holidays, and how you, and over the years you will kind of whittle down all of this information into something that is sensible and makes sense for you in your everyday practice. Because obviously not all of us, you know, get out all of our junk every single full moon and new moon and praise the goddess and all this stuff. Like nobody does that every single month. I praise you and I look up to you if you do. But I just don't think that's kind of real life. So I wanted to end this video on a few book recommendations for new witchcraft, people who are new to witchcraft, or you're trying to figure out which path that you're on, or how you're supposed to be, you know, practicing and things that you can incorporate into your daily life. The 3 books that I have found the most helpful, and I have read through a lot of books, like literally so many books I've read through, and most of them only give you surface layers of every topic. The most books, like beginner books, you know, pagan beginnings and all that kind of stuff, they're going to be skimming the top of basically everything. So if you follow the dark goddess like I do, I follow both, you know, Hecate and the Morrigan, which is kind of the same. But I have found these 2 books right here to be the most helpful. This is Entering Hecate's Garden. And of course, you know, I'm more into gardening. There are different ways to honor Hecate, but I really like this aspect of it. Oh, let me show you guys my fancy little bookmarks too. This you can get these on Amazon for $3. It has like a bead and a tassel. I have a few different kinds. This one says, "Turn your face to the sun and the shadows fall behind you." Maori proverb. Really nice bookmarks. But yeah, this is a really nice book if you follow Hecate. Now, if you're just into the dark goddesses in general, who they may seem scary at first, but really they're all about helping you harness your own power and your own strength so that you can push through life and overcome obstacles that may present themselves to you. Well, that will present themselves to you, because you cannot go through life, you know, living on cloud 9 and everything be handy dandy all the freaking time, because that's not reality. So to help you face these challenges that you may face or that you will face, the Morrigan is a really great goddess to work with. She really helps you step into your own power and feel. You can feel. I remember I did the first ritual I did out of this book. It was calling down the Morrigan for personal power, because I was trying to overcome drug use, and so I called her down at the park, and I felt a tingling, an instant zing after I did it. And the next time I went back down there, I found a crow feather directly in the middle of the pathway that I was on. So that book is really nice. This one, now if you are going to save your money, or if you've only got a specific amount of money, I recommend this book. If you're going to get one single book, it's this one. Get this book. This is literally everything that you... Sorry, guys. This is literally everything that you would ever want to know about everything. Deities, minerals, crystals, the runes, the ogam, the plant world, the animal world. Just everything, anything and everything that you would want to know. This is the Llewellyn's Complete Book of Correspondences. A comprehensive and cross-referenced resource for pagans and Wiccans by Sandra Kynes. This is about $35 on Amazon. But I tell you guys, this book is so worth every single cent that you will pay, because out of every single one of my books, this is the one I pick up almost daily. If I need to figure out how to... It's best if you want to figure out how to write your own spells. Because then you could say, okay, well, I want to do a protection spell that is, you know, really advanced. Or I want to do a really heavily backed, protection spell. You can look in here under protection. You'll find, let me show you. So right here, protection. So this 2 pages, on both of these pages, you'll see, and it has the zodiac, moon phases, seasons, ogam, elements, solar system, full moon, days, rune, direction, colors, numbers, trees, herbs and garden, miscellaneous plants. So yeah, it's like everything that you, so that way you can like tailor a spell down, or have a substitute for a ingredient that you may not have, or something that you do have for something that you don't have. It is just so useful to have this book. This is I really highly recommend this book. So let me end this by showing you guys my latest book of shadows. This is the Tree of Life, again by Peter Popper Press, on Amazon, or they probably sell them at Barnes and Nobles and stuff, but I don't know. It's all silver, and they all have a really nice ribbon bookmark. See, I put anything witchy, any kind of labels, or like a candle wrapper that you like, or anything at all, just stick it in here. Anything that has intention, honoring the great cycle, Germanic runic era, calendar holidays, planets for each zodiac sign. Right now I am on a study for what woods are good for wand making. So I'm writing all that information down. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of alternative look at a Book of Shadows. And don't be intimidated if you don't have a Book of Shadows written down. Just open a book and start writing about your magical journey. Anything and everything, your hopes, your dreams, your fears, your your wishes, your intentions. Put it all in here. I love you guys, and I hope to inspire you to create your own Book of Shadows if you haven't yet. I would love to see anything that you create on Instagram at the Hallow Grove Apothecaries or at Hallowed Prism. I love you guys, and thank you for following my journey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.